trial into the Lusikisiki massacre continues this morning in the local magistrates' court. It is sitting as a special high court. When proceedings adjourned on Monday, state witness Lwando Abi was still under cross-examination. He's testified against accused number one, Mzukisi Ndamase, detailing their relationship and the alleged planning that went into the killings. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema is following that story for us. Sipha, good morning. And of course, this is the witness who has turned state witness in this case.
Absolutely, Michelle. Going from co-accused for accused number one, Mzukisi Ndamase, to state witness. And I do understand that he is one of the state's trump cards or main witnesses in this case. But also just to give a bit of background as to how exactly Lwando Abi met Mzukisi Ndamase. According to Lwando Abi, he had been imprisoned and he shared a cell, rather prison cell, with Mzukisi Ndamase, and because he needed protection, also ensuring his safety inside prison, he then associated himself with Mzukisi Ndamase. Thereafter, when he was released, they continued with their relationship and with their friendship, as well as now connecting business-wise with Ndamase. Abi told the court a number of things, and one of the things he did say was that Mzukisi Ndamase had instructed him to actually murder Newzroom. Now, if you remember, Michelle, this case wasn't just only focusing on the Ngobozana shootings, but rather also Kwapaka shooting, where a politician Newzroom on the 19th of August was fatally shot in his homestead. Now, Abi says he had refused, but he had gone to meet with Gijana at some point. He also told the court that he received a photo of Gijana showing that the deed had already been carried out, and he says that he received this from Ndamase. But also, he spoke about the Ngobozana village and where the planning took place, saying that the planning had taken place at Sipha Kema's home. Sipha Kema is accused number 3. He was the first out of the 6 men to be arrested. He was out on parole and now he's back serving his sentence. His sentence has been reinstated after he violated parole conditions with this matter. He's at Kokstad in Ebongweni together with Mzukisi Ndamase. Now, also admitting that he was the driver during that shooting in Ngobozana where 18 people were murdered. Those are just some of the information that's come out from Lwando Abi relating to these killings that shocked the country last year. Michelle.
In terms of family being at court, Sipha, has that been the case as this case has been unfolding?
Yes, the families have been in court. However, the survivors, understandably, would not be in attendance, as even going on that stand proved to be a lot for them. Looking at people like Ruth King's mother, Ndabazake, was also on the stand. It was difficult for them as well when they were testifying. I mean, at some point when Ruth King's mother had to walk past the accused, she turned and looked the other way whilst hiding her face so she wouldn't be able to see them. When she was testifying, she was actually looking at the judge and not to where the accused are seated in the dock. This also goes for Mr. Ndabazake. Mr. Ndabazake had also, when during his testimony, at some points he would close his eyes and not look at the accused. Now, when Lwando Abi was detailing, Michelle, all these revelations and the Ngobozana planning and the possible motive, one of the motives behind the killing of the 18 people, you could see how the families were shaking and just shocked in the gallery. And I mean, understandably so, because you have innocent people who have nothing to do with some of the motives that actually were revealed by Lwando Abi. Innocent, like as young as 14 years old, dead because of all this commotion.
Absolutely, Sipha. I can just imagine the pain of the family. Has the state said, and do we have any clarity on whether any of the survivors of that attack could actually identify the gunman?
Well, any of the survivors, when they were testifying, Michelle, they weren't able to identify the accused or the perpetrators because they were wearing balaclavas. But, however, Lwando Abi was able then to point out some of the accused in various dealings that they've had, such as part of the plotting of the shooting in Ngobozana. He did point out the accused who were present, saying that they were part of the planning, but not just with Ngobozana, but also with the Gijana incident, the shooting in Kwapaka on the 19th of August. He also identified some of those accused, but also some of the business that he says it connects him and Mzukisi Ndamase, which he said are drugs, selling of drugs, also indicating a possible drug turf in Lusikisiki is one of the motives that actually led to the shooting in Ngobozana. He also spoke about some of the exchange of drugs and money, who he met with, and some of those people are on the dock, such as accused 5. He did single out accused 5 when he was supposed to go meet with Gijana. He said that he had gone to drop off drugs with accused number 5. So Lwando Abi has been dropping names and pointing out some of those accused have been involved, not just in the Ngobozana shooting, but also involved in other businesses and other killings that he says Ndamase orchestrated whilst behind bars, incarcerated at Wellington Correctional Facility in Mthatha.
September 28th, just a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, those mass shootings in Lusikisiki, leaving 18 people dead. Sipha Kema is tracking the trial into that case.